Hey little cuties, Demi Bemi here, and welcome back to another speed build. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a speed build. So this is a medieval farm, as you could probably tell from the title and the thumbnail. So if you don't know, for about 1 billion years now, I have been working on a challenge, I guess, that is based in medieval times. So I mean, obviously we don't have medieval objects in The Sims 4. I did the best that I could. I think that I did a pretty good job of making it look as medieval as possible. With Get Together. Yeah, with Get Together, we got a lot of kind of like old world European style things, which, I mean, I'm not like a historian, so like don't sue me if this like isn't historically correct. But just like photos and stuff that like I use as references online, I feel like this looks pretty medieval. Oh my god, excuse me. Ooh, I always burping. There I go. So this, what we're building right now, is actually a barn. I know. We don't have animals. We don't have pets. I get it. However, there would still be a barn, I feel like. This is sort of used, you'll see later, it's used as like storage for like food, and also it's like the living quarters of the servant. And then this is the main house where the actual farmer family lives. And yeah, that's that. See you guys later. Bye. Hold on. Let me take a little drink of my coffee. Okay. So I'm really excited about this build. So I know that I built the like witch's hut, like, I don't know, quite a while ago. And then I feel like it sort of just fell off the face of the earth. Because I know I had mentioned like, oh, I have this like really good idea. I actually don't remember if I've mentioned my idea or not, so I'm not going to say anything yet, but it's a pretty good idea. I'm really excited. I just feel like once I finally got caught up with all of like the Sims 4 packs and was sort of like getting them like as they came out, I just realized how like they really do come out like really often. Like for me to like, I feel like, I don't know, efficiently get into a pack, like they're already, like another pack is dropping. So I'm going to be making a point to get on with this idea that I have. Because I have I really, really, really want to do this. Also, I love things that are based in like the medieval, like Renaissance kind of era. As a woman, I don't think that I would necessarily want to go back to like medieval times. I think it would be really cool to like go back for like just like a little second, and like see how, I don't know, like life was back then, but not stay there, because like I'm not trying to have anyone accuse me of like being a witch and then like get beheaded. Like, not about that life. So here we are. Probably should get back to the build anyway. So I wanted to keep this house very small. The family that lives here is relatively poor. They're just farmers, and I didn't really want there to be like a living room. Like, you don't need a living room. Also, I imagine that like the kids are probably out helping like garden and like water where they can. I can't remember if like children can actually do anything, because for my rags to riches, I was like, oh, we'll just like have a bunch of kids and they'll all just like help on with the gardening, but I don't think kids can. Anyway, so I wanted to keep it down to like necessity. So they have a dining room. They have a fireplace to keep warm. That was mostly for like aesthetic reasons, I guess. I mean, you don't need a fireplace, but I feel like, you know, without the advent of like central air, people are obviously using fireplaces. Anyway, so I know a lot of like the stuff, like, I know they didn't have like refrigerators, but cut me some slack. I'm doing what I can here. Also, I know that on the gallery, I actually just recently figured out how to like take things down from the gallery. So before I stopped like really using custom content, I actually built a medieval farm with like a bunch of custom content. And it's a really cool build. It's like very similar to this, I would say, but since I use a lot of custom content, like it's not really like not feasible to use for everybody. So I wanted to redo my ideas like for this like medieval sort of like build series, which will turn into a let's play. I wanted to make it accessible for everybody. Like if you want to have medieval themed everything, then I mean, it should be accessible. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just like rambling. Anyway, so I do have some like older like medieval style builds like on the gallery, but the most recent ones I feel like are the better ones because I feel like I have grown as a builder. Also, it's more accessible. Also, fun fact, so I thought it'd be really cool if I put out all of these like cooking items to like, oh, look at all the stuff they just like have on the counter because they're like cooking like whatever. But as soon as like I got into the game, like everything like went bad. So in the screenshots, I think like you can see one of my Sims like cleaning it up because everything was just like stinking and like disgusting. So, you know, that's just that. So when you like download this into your game, everything will be quite disgusting. Because I also, so for some reason, for the life of me, like I can't figure out how to just like put down a plot of dirt. So like when you download a build, that the like dirt's just like already planted with like stuff in it. Because I couldn't just give you a farm without like crops, right? So, in the like field, I guess, I like put down plants, like you'll see me like just put down the items like in build mode for a lot of the items, and then like it seems crazy, like, oh great, I'm gonna have to plant this all, but I believe I actually had my Sims move in first, had them plant everything, and then I uploaded this to the gallery, I believe. If not, I guess your Sims will just have to like plant everything. I don't know. Also, my idea for this family was a family of 5. There is a mom, a dad, a teen, a child, and a toddler, I believe. Excuse me, there I go again, burping away. And they also have a servant who, like I had mentioned earlier, lives in the barn. And they are poor because I do I mean, as you can imagine, once this becomes a let's play, I want people to make their money how they would make their money. So this family will make their money by farming their stuff. So I think all of their money will come from their crops, like, just saying. I don't know how much this lot actually costs. Like, it's probably pretty expensive, to be honest. Also, like, I put blackberries behind the outhouse. I don't know if blackberries are everywhere. I imagine they're everywhere. I mean, like, in the world. I don't really know. At least where I come from in Oregon, I feel like blackberries are, like, they're just, like, everywhere. They're, like, rampant. And I feel like usually behind, like, areas that don't get a lot of, attention, I guess. It's just, like, briar bushes or, right? I mean, blackberries grow on briar bushes. Briar patch? Briars. I don't know. Anyway, so here, obviously, I don't use that, like, super fancy door. I was mostly just looking at it. Like, sometimes, like, while I'm, like, doing these builds, I'll, like, look at other items and be like, ooh, like, that gives me an idea for another build. Because because of course you can imagine, since this is like a medieval buildy series, I will be building a castle in some wealthier people's homes, I guess. So my plan is I want to build a castle, of course. It probably won't be like a super elaborate castle, like some giant build that, like, I don't know, you're used to like Hatsy producing. Like, she's just like way too good at giant builds. I'm not super great at it. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so I want to build a castle. I want to build a noble person's house. I also want to build a merchant's house, and a knight's house. I think that's it. Maybe a fishing house. That's not really super necessary though. I think it would just be like a simple build. So I will be like filling up Windenburg with lots, or builds. However, I don't think I'm going to like record every single one of them, just because, I don't know, it just seems like it would be kind of like a lot for me to just have to recording every single lot I build. I'll build like the main ones that I think will be the most interesting, or I'll record the builds I think will be most interesting. For example, you can actually go onto the gallery right now, and you'll see I've uploaded a royal garden. I didn't record that. That was mostly just like for like fun building, but like also for this like series that I'm planning on doing. I don't know, if you record your builds, then maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Sometimes it's nice to just not record it and then just build, and then once it's done being built, it's it, and it's just like happy fun time. Anyway, so in here I am sprucing up the place. I do switch this bed to like the jail bed. I know obviously having like a metal bed like isn't super realistic. However, I think that it looks better because I wanted everything to be kind of like dingy and dull. Like a lot of the bedding just doesn't have a lot of color to it because getting exquisitely dyed fabrics is expensive, or was expensive. I mean, it's still kind of expensive anyway. So I wanted to keep it like pretty realistic, nothing too elaborate. So everything's pretty like dull and like natural colored. Also that chest. So I have an idea. For the sim that I will be playing for the LP, I want that sim to always have that chest with them. I don't know if that'll work, because the sim will probably be moving around households, moving around the town a little bit. So I want to make sure my sim, like, I want my sim to have like that chest, and that's where they keep like prized possessions. I don't think it'll be like a super important part to the LP, but I think it'll be like just like interesting to have, because I don't know, I don't want to like give too much away, but like potions and stuff, I mean, you saw the witch's hut, so you can safely assume there will be like a magic-y type things. So in the LP, when you can like spend your reward points to get like potions and stuff, I don't even think you'll have to spend reward points, but if you want to like use a potion, like the idea is that you go to the witch and acquire a potion from the witch. However, you can't just be carrying that around in your pockets, because I feel like if someone found you with that, they would accuse you of witchcraft and then you'd be dead and all that stuff. So I feel like you would need a chest with a lock on it to keep those items in there. Just saying. So that's what I would like to use the chest for. I don't know how it'll work, like switching through households, so I might have to play test that. Anyway, we're actually just about into these screenshots here. I'm getting like super pumped for this like medieval build. I love like going to like the Ren Fair and stuff, so I don't know, I'm really super excited. Also, I really love themes. I'm just like a themey person. Anyways, you guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or suggestions for any other medievally themed builds, please let me know in the comment section below, or hit me up on the Twitter. Anyways, I'll let you guys enjoy the screenshots, and I'll see you little cuties in the next one. Bye!